Alrighty, guys. So MULN. Interesting day. Yesterday we get all this bull crap about the order from Dalpac, the Amazon partner, not being legit, and all this bull crap. That got shut down pretty quick. Not a big deal either way. We don't really care about the business and all the bull crap that they'd be talking about, because we know that they're suppressing information and only telling us 1/10 of the story, because if they told us all the truth, then there'd be a lot of volume and we would have closed a long time ago. That's exactly why they held back the Fortune 500 company and all the good news that they got to announce, because it makes us look too good, and retail owns too much of the float, and they don't want retail to own anymore, at least not in any faster way. Like, they want it to go as slow as possible. Pretty happy about the price action today. It went up as high as almost 5%. I'm basically just trading sideways all day. CPI came out the worst that we've really ever seen, as expected. Unless prices shoot up again, I do expect CPI to start dropping next month. MULN volume, not low. I mean, it's either really good or really bad. So we're at 27 million volume with 4 minutes left to trade. And that's basically like the fourth lowest volume day we've had in the last 5 months. And we know that squeezes tend to happen after super low volume days. And so for that side of it, it's a good thing. But I was really hoping that, especially like destroying the FUD yesterday and trending on Twitter, was really hoping that we were going to see 70, 80 million in volume today. I don't think it takes very much more to have us be, like, if we don't already own every outstanding share they're willing to dilute. I don't think it takes much more than 100 million volume day to get us to the finish line. So let's just pretend that $100 million is going into MULN tomorrow, and let's pretend MULN's at $1 a share. That'd be 100 million shares. They would be able to short 100 million shares to stop the price action from skyrocketing, so we could own every single share, and then they could short an extra 100 million shares, and we would still stay at $1 until that one more share was bought that they weren't willing to short, and it basically breaks the order book. And so my point is that if they did 100 million shares short, and then they just, like, first off, we know everyone that's in right now, like, there might be 10 million shares willing to trade at $5, because those, like, people, either super rich or they like haven't been following and they don't know that this is the super squeeze, and they're just basically penny flippers. And then there might be, let's just say, another 10 million shares trading at $10 a share. And especially if you count, like, the FOMO versus the people selling. So obviously I believe that if at $10 a share, there's going to be way more FOMO than anybody selling. And so if you think about it from that perspective, the shorts won't be able to cover at $5 a share. The shorts won't be able to cover at $10 a share. And so if they can't cover at $10 a share, if there's 100 million shares short added from today, that 100 million shares would lose $1 billion. If MULN went to $10 right now this second, all the options that expire this Friday, which is 200,000 contracts roughly, probably being a little generous on that. So if it's 200,000 contracts, that's 20 million shares, times that by 10, and it's only $200 million. So, my point is if they add 100 million shares tomorrow and Friday, if we get big volume tomorrow and Friday, and we've bought every share that they have to sell, and the only way they can suppress the price is to short, they would be digging themselves in a bigger hole by adding short interest at this point than paying off the options. So anyone telling me that they got to stop the options, like, if we get the volume, we fucking squeeze, guaranteed. Looks like we just closed 109, people. 109. 27.61 million volume. Well, hopefully that's the low volume day before the squeeze. I'm not sure what I'm going to do if this doesn't squeeze by Friday. Because it's definitely squeezing next week if it doesn't squeeze this week. And if it squeezes next week, I may not have any money in MULN. And that will be one hell of a thing. I'm sure it all works out for me in the end, but fuck, man. I really hope it squeezes tomorrow. Yeah, I mean, honestly, pretty great data, like, other than the volume, but again, because the volume's so low, definitely not a bad thing. Twitter, GameStop, Tesla, all doing well today. More meme stocks. I like seeing meme stocks do well when we're expecting MULN to do well, because we're usually right behind it. Twitter going crazy. Like, the bulls are more bullish than ever, and they are going crazy on the bears. And the bears are just saying the most illogical things you've ever heard. Seems like people are finally in agreement with me that David Mickery will not be able to stop the no dilution vote, because on the filing that they posted, it says that they only got David Mickery only has 1.7% of the outstanding share vote for the dilution vote. So, ain't got to worry about that. But we're squeezing before the dilution vote, so that doesn't really matter at all anyways. I don't know, people. I hope it's tomorrow. I really fucking do. It's probably a 50-50 whether it happens this week or next. 0% chance it happens after July. Definitely squeezing in July. 100% chance. 100% chance. We are now at 1.7 billion shares traded since our last dilution update. This coming Monday will be a tie for the longest they've ever waited to announce dilution. It's definitely coming, people. I just hope it's tomorrow. Good luck to you all.